Hi all, thanks for joining me on this brief presentation, 9 things you can do now to practice good cyber hygiene. This presentation is a culmination of our training in cybersecurity. It represents the actions we can put into place to be wiser, safer digital citizens. And while we already employ a number of best practices at the school level with our firewalls, content filtering, spam blocking, malware scanning, there's always more we can do on our own. Cyber hygiene is defined as practices put into place to improve cybersecurity. But what it really boils down to is protecting data, and that is student data, staff data, and personal data. And the practices you learn here will help you across the spectrum, whether you're using tech for work or personal use. And my goal is to share with you 9 simple tips to help you stay cyber safe while also helping to protect our entire school community, especially our students. Tip number 1, strong passwords. Strong passwords are one of the best ways we can protect data. Strong passwords use 8 or more characters of a combination of upper and lower case letters, numbers, special characters. You can also use symbols to represent numbers or use abbreviations to represent words as a way to make your password even stronger. Try to avoid using the same password for all of your accounts. And I know it's really hard to remember all the passwords for all the accounts, and so sometimes we write them down. And if you do write them down, please make sure to save them in a safe place where they are hard to find. You might also want to consider using a password manager, such as Google's Password Manager or 1Password. Come and see Lily or me if you want some more information on password managers. Tip number 2. And this is something you guys are already great at, is validating emails. One of the things we can do immediately when we see an email that looks suspicious is look at the email address before replying to an email. And when in doubt, never click any links that are contained within a suspicious email. And of course, report questionable emails to Lily or me for blocking. Tip number 3. Keeping personal data separate from work. From time to time, we might use our personal devices to take photos of students and then to upload them to our school cloud services. Or we might even access student files from our personal device just because we have them handy and we need them right there in the moment. And while it's best to avoid doing this, if you do, please make sure to delete all student files or images from your personal device and any personal storage, cloud storage accounts. Conversely, if you keep your own personal images or personal files on a school device, we recommend avoid doing that as well. If you need some help separating your personal from work files and images on a school-issue device, please check in with Lily or me, and we're happy to walk you through this. Tip number 4, check before downloading. Before downloading any software onto a school-issued device, please come in to Lily or me and we'll help you walk through it, because some updates or software may not be appropriate for downloading on a school-issued device. And please never allow students to download software onto school-issued devices. Tip number 5. If you receive a notification for an update on a school-issued device, again, please come in and check with Lily or me before you run the update, because some of those updates may not be appropriate or necessary for our school-issued devices. However, if you receive notifications for updates from Chrome browser, you can go ahead and update those. Tip number 6, backing up data. Most of us do all of our work in the cloud with Google, Seesaw, StoryPark, Fax, etc. However, sometimes there may be files you want to protect beyond just cloud storage. So you can do this using an external hard drive, like a thumb drive, or setting up another cloud service account. If you need some help with this, please come in and check with Lily or me. Tip number 7. School-issued devices and accounts should really be used for you only, but it really isn't unusual for us to let our family members to occasionally pop on to our school-issued device. If you do this, please make sure you're logged out of all school accounts, and also make sure you don't have any student data stored on a device that others can easily see or access. Tip number 8, proper disposal of student data. If you print student records on a home printer, please make sure to remove them from others' potential access. Or if you dispose of student records while at home or even while at school, please make sure that you shred the documents that contain any personal student information. And also avoid leaving hard copies of student records at any of the printers here at school when you can. And finally, tip number 9, stay alert. If you suspect your school-issued device or account has been infected by a virus or some type of malware, please notify Lily and me as soon as possible. And once again, thank you for all you do to be cyber safe.